Alright, look at this.
Oh,
Just look at this. Look at this. Just look at her. Just, oh my goodness. Oh my God.
this is so cute.
Oh, my heart is melting. Man, just...
Hey guys, it's your girl Lenora T, aka Bansa Diva. Subscribe! And I'm here today with hubby and of course a special guest. We're here with baby Sky. Today we're here to tell our labor and delivery stories. I'm so happy to be here. Like, I've wanted to tell the story forever. And then she just turned 3 weeks and I'm like, I've not made my labor and delivery story. What am I waiting for? So today we're here to tell that story. And of course I have hubby here, who is my confidant, my hype man, my my support system. Yes, most importantly, my support system. He was the only one that was allowed to come into the delivery room with me. I was only allowed to have one person, and so he was there with me. And so if I forget anything, he's gonna help me out, because even though he was recording the vlog and I was going through the pain, he probably saw more than I saw. And also the vlog, I'm really going to try my best to recover it. I mistakenly deleted the footage, but I'm really going to try my best to get it so that we can use it side by side with this story time. But I'm really going to try my best to get it. If you see me looking down, I'm looking at this paper. I had the nurses write down everything that happened that day, because really everybody was all over the place. But of course the nurses chart everything that happens, and so they were able to give me everything that happened step by step, because I'm like, my labor and delivery story has to be lit. Like, I don't want to play. I don't want anything to be wrong. I want the story to be legit. I want the story to be correct. You feel me? I'm going to start from 39 weeks appointment, when my induction was scheduled, and then we'll go from there up until when Sky was born. And as you guys can see, we're in Sky's room. This is her nursery. This is Sky's nursery. We're using it now when she cannot tell us to get out of her room. For now, we're taking advantage of that. But I'm gonna work on doing a nursery tour. I know I've been promising that forever, but the nursery is here. It's not going anywhere. It's really pretty. We took our time to put everything together, and so I'm so excited to show you guys everything that we have in here for baby Sky.
Alright. If you see me looking down, no, I'm looking at Sky.
He's looking at his daughter. He's looking at our daughter. Anyway, so let me start from my 39 weeks appointment.
So, anyways, let me start from my 39 weeks appointment.
Continue.
So, anyways, during the 39-week appointment, when she went and saw the doctor, no, I can't come in, right?
Yeah, he couldn't go in.
So she went in there and they told her, hey, you're due on the 14th.
Which was the next week after that.
And they were like, if the baby doesn't come naturally by the 14th, then we gotta induce the baby.
on the
on the 14th. So they just had to schedule her for the 14th. That's midnight. So it was coming in midnight.
Yeah. So we went in on the 13th midnight, breaking into the 14th, which was the due date basically.
Like I said, 13 midnight breaking.
13 midnight entry 14. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it, sweetheart. Don't worry about it.
Right.
We're excited. I mean, we're excited. We prayed in the house. We took all our 110,000 bags that we had. We packed in the car and we hit the road. We left the house at probably like 11, I don't know, 11 something. But it's a 30 minutes drive. So we got there at like almost 1 a.m. We went into the hospital. We checked in. The nurse had a bit of an attitude. I think it's because we came late. The first thing she said was, oh, I left you a message on your phone. I tried to call you and I couldn't get to you. And honestly, this entire time, my phone was, I don't know where my phone was, honestly. I don't know where my phone was. I was like, oh, I didn't hear your call. I didn't see your call. But she was a bit pissed because she expected us at midnight and we came a good hour after. When I got in, I really did not care, honestly. I was just doing my own thing. I'm like, sis, you're not gonna kill my vibe. Like, you're not even going to do it. So I gave Roland the camera. He was in charge of vlogging and everything. They made me change into the hospital outfit, and then they started connecting me to all the hospital monitors. Of course, you have the one that monitors the baby's heartbeat. Then you have the one that monitors your contractions. No. It measures my contractions and the baby's heartbeat. I remember doing the paperwork, she said something about epidural. Honestly, I don't remember what she said. All I heard was epidural and I signed the paper because I'm like, I'm taking epidural. I just wanted to take care of that just in case I decide to take epidural, so that at the time when I decide to take epidural, they don't start doing paperwork. You know what I mean? Because I did not sign the certain paper. They did that, they connected all my IVs, and then she explained to me that they're gonna put this medication in me, a small pill. They broke it into 4 and she showed me each of the pieces. And she said every
2 hours. 2 or 4 hours.
4 hours.
4 hours, yeah.
Every 4 hours they were going to put in a new, the other half of the pill in me.
A quarter.
Yeah, they're gonna put a quarter of the pill inside of me, and I'm thinking this I forgot what was we supposed to do.
I think, wait, is it the one that you took and then they stopped giving you?
Yeah, it was supposed to help the induction process basically. I don't know. She put in the first quarter inside of me, and then Roland just got comfortable. I just chilled on the bed. She turned off the lights, and so all of that was supposed to happen overnight. So every 4 hours she's gonna come give me his medication, and then in the morning they'll be ready to start the actual, you know, process of induction. Yeah, I basically fell asleep. Roland fell asleep. And one thing also, before I forget, is that they could track contractions. They could see contractions on the monitor. Actually, my body was going through contractions, but I wasn't feeling the contractions. But when she checked how dilated I was 1.5 centimeters dilated and 60% effaced. Now, if you don't know what dilated means how open your cervix is, and effaced means how thin your cervix is. I was 60% effaced and 1.5 centimeters dilated, and that was at 1:27 a.m.
A little bit of explanation on the efface and the dilation. If you're 1, you gotta go all the way to 10 because that's where they want you to be at before you can start pushing. So she was at 1 point something.
Yeah.
She had a long way to go.
Yeah, I still had.
And then the thinness of the effaceness of the thing.
It's 100%.
100%.
So at 60, it was pretty good. 60% was pretty good.
Not too bad.
Yeah.
For a first time mom.
For a first time mom especially, because usually it takes long. It takes really long for that to like progress. In the morning the nurse was leaving, so she had to switch shifts and the new nurses came in. And basically in the morning I learned that they didn't have to keep putting that pill in me because my body was... They told me that they did not put it because my body was progressing really well. They had called my doctor or my OB/GYN and told her, and she told them to stop giving me the pill, to stop inserting the pill. They brought breakfast for me. I was not allowed to eat anymore, and so the breakfast they gave me was like fluids and I think broth and jello. I was just like, what is this? This is not food. I did not. I ate it.
You tried some.
Yeah, I ate it, and then they gave me apple juice. So I drank the apple juice. I ate the yogurt a little bit. The jello, yeah. The broth I did not touch. No milk. The new nurses came in, and at 6:37 my water broke, and basically I was in bed. I felt like peeing. I got up to go to the bathroom, and at first I felt water come out of me. It was a little bit, and I told the nurses, I feel like my water broke. As I got up to go to the bathroom, everything just like came down. It felt so good. It was warm. It just like it just like warmed my legs. Cause hospital is cold now, so it just like warmed my legs and came down like, ooh, felt good. Except for the fact that it wet my socks, but honestly I did not care. And let me tell you guys about water breaking. I thought water breaks and it stops, but no. This water just kept coming out.
It's flowing.
Yeah, it was just flowing. And they checked the water was clear, so that's a good sign. I was a bit nervous because I had taken castor oil in the house. Castor oil makes you feel like to go to the bathroom. It's a stool softener basically. It could also go into the baby's system and the baby to feel like pooping. And if the baby poops in your stomach, it's dangerous because the baby could inhale the poop. So I was a bit scared of that because I had taken castor oil. Now if the water broke and the water was like dark or it had a color, it means the baby had pooped in my stomach, and that was dangerous. Usually when that happens, that's not good. They have to take the baby out. And then at 6:38 a.m. they checked me again. I was 3 centimeters at this point. I wasn't too happy, but I was happy that it was progressing, you know, like from 0.5 centimeters to 3 centimeters. That was, to me, that was a sign that, you know, things are moving along, because they could have come and checked and it would still be at 1. So I was really happy that I was at 3 centimeters and I was 75% effaced. So that was a good sign. 8:49 they started pitocin. Now pitocin is what actually starts the contractions, and that was because when they stopped the first pill at 6 in the morning, yeah, when they stopped it, my body had been progressing, but my body stopped progressing. So the contractions were happening, but they were not as strong as, you know, it's supposed to get stronger and stronger and stronger and stronger, but it was just normal. So I'm thinking it was like Braxton Hicks. Braxton Hicks is like pretend contraction, pretend level. So I think my body was just doing Braxton Hicks at that point. So they introduced pitocin to make the contractions stronger. So
back to back.
Yeah, back to back basically, so that my cervix can open and baby can, you know, come down. And let me tell you guys about pitocin, right? At first I wasn't feeling anything, the contractions I wasn't feeling anything, but the pitocin, they'll start at like 2, then they'll go to 4, then 8, then 10. So as they're going up, that's how you start feeling the contractions. At first it was just like, eh. You know how they say it's like labor pain, it's like menstrual cramps. Yeah, at the beginning it feels like regular menstrual cramps. Then as they start going up. But the entire time Roland was sitting somewhere, I don't know.
Is that when you say you're having a contraction?
Yeah, I was having when they started increasing the pitocin, then I started feeling pain.
Yeah, the funny part about it is that I was not noticing it. Like, my expectation was like, I'm gonna see her crying, holding her stomach. So I was not saying that, I was like, okay, maybe just no, but she was telling me she was dying there. I was like, okay.
I was in so much pain, but I
had the camera, right? And I did nothing with the camera. She's like, did you?
Yeah, when everything was done, we were going ahead of ourselves.
No, it's the same thing. You were not sure, like
I was holding the bed. I was holding the, like, at some point I was holding the, when the contractions were coming, I'll hold the bed and I'll like close my eyes and go through the contraction. And then after
that's not what I was expecting. I was expecting
he expected me to scream.
Like in the movies, right? That's what I had in mind.
Well, maybe you should have gotten up and checked on me.
I was seeing you, like you were right
there. Yeah, but you should have asked. You should have asked, like, boo, are you okay?
I said you're okay, and then I said okay, no answer.
Yeah, because I was going through so much pain. You asked?
Yeah, I did. And you're like, you never answered. I'm like, okay.
Pitocin started at 8:49, then they were upping it every 30 minutes, I think, or 15 minutes. I don't know. And then at 10:47 a.m. they checked me and I was 4.5 centimeters dilated. So I was actually progressing. For 4 hours I increased by 1.5
centimeters.
Yeah, by 1.5 centimeters basically, which to me again was not too bad. At least I was progressing. I was going through my contractions, I was going through so much pain. I didn't even know where Roland was. I didn't even ask for him. I was just going through my contractions alone because I felt like it kind of hit me. It started off, and then after some point it got to so strong that I did not expect it to hit me that hard. And then I couldn't talk. I couldn't, like, even, you see how people shout during contractions? I could not shout. I was just like, I was holding the bed. They even tried to make me go on like a ball, how you call it, a bouncing ball. The bouncing ball did not go. I bounced on it. It wasn't helping. I got back on the bed, but the entire time I was on the bed, they put a peanut ball between my legs to help the dilation. It was a little bit uncomfortable, but every 15 minutes they'll come and flip me and flip me and flip me and flip me. And my expectations, right? I expected it to hurt, and I wanted to know what, you know, contractions feel like. I wanted to know what it feels like. So when it hit me, it's after some time that I realized that, wait, this is contractions hitting me like this. What? Contractions, you are doing me like this? They were painful, but I feel like it was gonna get worse. But they were painful. They were super painful. I was going in and out of sleep. Maybe I was passing out. I don't know. Maybe I was going unconscious. I really don't know. But I was like, I'll zone out, and then when the pains come, I zone back in. And so it was like this on and off thing. And it was almost like I was just begging, like, please, can I sleep? I just want to sleep. But every time the pain comes, I'm just like, how is the next one gonna feel? So every time a contraction happens, I was thinking about the next one. I was never thinking about the one that's happening at the moment. I was thinking about the next one. That's how painful those contractions were. When the nurses came to check me the next time, that was at around 11. They came to come and check me, and then they were trying to ask like my pain level and all that, because every time they come they'll ask you, what's your pain level? You want to explain that because you really enjoyed that part. I noticed you enjoyed that part a lot, about the pain from 0 to 10. Explain it.
Let's say from 0 to 4, that means you can do it.
Yeah, it's okay.
And then let's say from 5 to 7. I'm just giving an example. I'm not sure that's what it is. From 5 to 7 means you're like dying, but you can hold it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then from 8 to 10, it's mean like they're killing you. You cannot do anything. Like,
they're cutting your leg off.
Like, help me. But I'm sure she was like 8. That's where she was. I'm like, huh? When did you get there?
And that was the only thing I could really say. I was just like 8, and that was it. I could not talk. And then I was like, the next thing I said was epidural. Like, they're like, you want your epidural now? I'm like, yes, please. The pain, like I said, the pain was not that bad yet, but it was painful, but it was not like crazy painful yet. But I knew that when you ask for epidural, it takes a while for the epidural to come, because sometimes the anesthesiologist is in the surgery or they're somewhere, and it takes a while for it to get to you. So I wanted that by the time it gets to me, it will be the time when I actually need it. So I asked for it a little bit early, which was at 11 o'clock ish. So at 11:45, the anesthesiologist came. When she walked in, I saw her, because they turned on the lights and everything. She walked in, and then of course they're trying to have a conversation with you. She asked me all these questions. I did not answer. I heard how she was talking about. What was she talking about? Then she was asking about.
Was I there?
Yeah, you were there before.
They kicked me out.
Oh, they kicked you out before she came.
Yeah, I didn't see how. Well,
yeah.
Like, I gotta go.
They told Roland to leave. They say he cannot be there. It's a very sterile process, and so he cannot be around. So they told him to vamoose. And she was talking to me. She was asking all these questions. I did not answer. I did not bother to answer because I was in so much pain. I'm the kind of person that I feel like I'm very nice, and so no matter what it is I'm going through, I always feel like even if I'm mad at somebody else, I feel like the next person does not deserve the anger. So I'm still gonna try to be nice to you. So because I was going through contractions, I still felt like I needed to answer her. But at that point I was like, no, I'm not. Like, I'm dying. Why do I need to answer her questions when I can answer her later? So, and apologize later anyway. And then finally she came, she got everything ready. I didn't want to see the injections because I've heard they're huge. I didn't want to see it. So I sat on the edge of the bed like they told me to. They made me hold a pillow and sit like that. She put the epidural. She told me, oh, you're gonna feel this, you're gonna feel that, you're gonna feel. I didn't feel nothing, okay? All I could feel was my contraction, because even as the epidural was being done, the contractions were happening. And I made sure to tell them so that you know, they also guide me, because as the contractions are happening, they could also see on the monitor, so they'll tell me to like calm down, don't try not to tense up your body, because they're doing this epidural process and it's very like risky. I'm telling you, not even up to 10 minutes after the epidural was put, I was in heaven. It felt so good. It felt so good. Like, epidural felt so good. Then I turned to the anesthetist and I'm like, I am so sorry. Then I called Roland. Roland came back in and I told the anesthetist, I'm so sorry. They started asking me about Cameroon. Look at me, my mouth is now passing. I'm telling you about Cameroon. I thought about traditional wedding, because she was asking, I didn't even tell you, I think she was asking like about you, like, are you my husband? And then I said yes. And I
that's
about,
question.
I think she was trying to take my mind off of it, yes. And then I just kept talking. I was talking non-stop. Like, me myself, I was like, Lenora, can you stop talking? I was talking non-stop. She finally left. Roland came back in. So, like, you know, epidural numbs you down from your waist all the way down to your legs. So I was completely numb. They put in a catheter. A catheter is basically, it's a bag and then a tube. They take the tube, they put it inside of you to your bladder. So if you have pee or anything, the pee goes into the bag so that you don't have to get up to go to the rest. Did you know that?
I saw it. I just noticed what was going on.
Oh really?
Yeah.
So they put it inside of you. A lot of people also say that hurts, but I did not feel it. They checked me at 12:21 and I was 7.5 centimeters dilated. I had gone up by 3 centimeters and I was 100% effaced. So I was completely thinned out, but my cervix was still not completely open. I was still at 7.5 centimeters at 12:21. So I was just laying there, just chilling. I was bored, and I remember that I brought my makeup. So I was like, you know what? Let's do makeup. And I told Boo, because I knew that anytime from then I could hit 10 centimeters. So I said, okay, let me do my makeup because the baby could come anytime soon.
No, they told you that your doctor is going to be coming in at, what time was she supposed to come in at 12?
No, they
told you that your doctor is going to be here in like an hour. That should get ready.
Oh really?
Yeah. The next thing I'm here, I should go and bring your makeup. I'm like getting ready to push you, but you want makeup like.
He refused to bring the makeup.
It kind of picks me up.
And I could not walk. I couldn't get up. So I'm just like, can you just bring my makeup? At that point, I was not smiling anymore. Can you just bring my makeup?
And it's like, no, I'm going to do just light makeup, light.
Yeah, because that was what I was going to do.
And for me, I was like, you should have to start zoning yourself, like get yourself in this. Anyway,
I was bored.
Maybe that's what you were doing. Who knows?
I was bored, and that was what was makeup makes me happy. So at that point, I just felt like makeup was the way to go. And this was at 12 something. They were still giving me that their nasty jello and broth and I don't know, but I was just drinking the juice and drinking water. That's all I was eating. So it's so funny, after they gave me the epidural, I just like started shaking instantly. Like when I say shaking, I was like I could not talk. It's like I was
what's wrong with you?
I wasn't cold or anything. My body was just doing that. I could not control it. But I also realized that the more I thought about it, the more I tried to control it, the more it did it. So at some point, I just like, when you forget about it, your body will stabilize. But as soon as you try to talk or anything, I did my makeup. I did light makeup, just powder. I done my lashes at home, individual lashes. So I just had to do like, I didn't even do foundation. That's how simple the makeup was.
That all came out at some point.
Yeah, it came out after labor.
After labor?
Yes.
No, I noticed when I was giving you this thing, means during your, contraction, that's when all those things left your body.
No, it's a lie. My contraction, during my contractions, right, I remember one of my lashes was hanging. I usually, when it's hanging, I fix it. But during that time, I just pulled it, and I was going to pull the rest. But something held me and said, Ledora, you still need this line. You still need these lashes. So I pulled like in the middle here, and the rest of you I left it alone. If it bothered me, I'd have pulled them off, but it did not bother me. I pulled off the one that was bothering me. I did my simple makeup, and then the nurses came back in at 1:03 and they checked me, and I was 10 centimeters dilated and of course 100% effaced. So I was ready to push. They're like, are you feeling any pressure? Blah blah blah. I'm like, nope, I'm not feeling anything. Probably because I was doing makeup, so I was distracted, but I wasn't feeling anything. So they called the doctor, they paged the doctor, they told her to come because she was somewhere else. So they told the doctor to come because I'm ready to push. I wasn't feeling nothing. I was instead trying to finish all my makeup. All the nurses started coming in. They're getting everything ready, you know, prepping the room.
That was fun though.
What?
When the nurses started coming in, like, bro, there were so many of them. Like,
There's
what's happening
so many.
here?
There were like probably 10
Like
of them.
4 days, this nurse here, this.
Everybody had their own area that they were in
Come on,
charge of.
stand. I was like, what's going on? I'm like, anyways, just pick a minute. It's about time.
Yeah, it's ready. We're ready. And then Roland, he came and stood next to me. You know, we're just ready. Even the nurses, they prep everything, but now they're waiting for the doctor to come. Yeah, but before that, the nurse that checked me, she's like, I can see the hair. No, she said she can feel the hair. She's like, oh my gosh, she has so much hair. And I'm like, okay, I couldn't feel anything. They elevated my legs and everything. And every nurse that passes there is just like, ooh, a lot of hair. And I'm just like, what are these people seeing? That everybody's like a lot of hair, and I could not feel nothing. And I really thank God for epidural, because so imagine if I could feel all those things and I was ready to push, like, and I was feeling it like to push, and there was no doctor. Even though a little bit I was feeling the pressure, but in my head I kept telling my head like, there's no pressure, because I knew the doctor was not there. So if I was gonna start feeling pressure and feeling like to push and the doctor was not there, that was, to me, that was gonna be scary. And even the nurses were scared.
Yeah, they told her to start going, but she's like, no.
Yeah,
you can see the hair already. The hair is like there, so there's no point to do anything. Because
usually, especially for first-time moms, it takes really long to push, and so the doctor told her to start with practice pushes. So practice pushes is basically they make you like push, but you're just practicing before the doctor gets there. But the nurse was like, yeah, we cannot do practice pushes, because if we do practice pushes, the baby is gonna come out. Yeah, and the doctor was not there, so she's like, she's not doing it, even though the doctor kept telling her to do the practice pushes. They called her probably twice and she still wasn't there. And I've really heard stories of people that are ready to push and the nurses are like, don't push because the doctor is not here yet. And I'm like, that's crazy. And they don't have epidural, and that means they're feeling everything, and you cannot. And imagine when you feel like, you know, when you want to poop and the poop is right there, you have to push it out. And someone is telling you that you cannot push it. What? Yeah, we're just chilling there. I told Roland, I said, do you want to go see the baby's head? What was going through your mind? Why did you refuse to go see the baby's hair?
I don't just want to say it.
Why?
I was holding your hand.
You ain't scared?
No, I was not scared. I just don't want to.
Yeah.
I could see, at some point I could see a hair going out from where I was standing.
Oh really?
Yeah, but I don't want to go like all the way.
When I was pushing, the doctor was there already?
Yeah.
Finally, the doctor got there. 103, I hit 10 centimeters. That's when they called the doctor. The doctor came at 1:30ish. So like 20 minutes later, the doctor came, and then we started pushing at 1:36 p.m. Of course, when you have a contraction, then they'll tell you to push. They could see it on the monitor, so when they see a contraction coming, then they'll tell me to push. And the pushing was basically counting from 1 to 10. They're counting 1, 2, 3, yeah, 1 to 10. And then during that, the 10 count, you're pushing the entire time. Then after that, you stop, you breathe. The next contraction, you do the same thing. So at 1:36, we started doing that. I couldn't feel anything. I was really just pushing air.
You did that twice, right?
Yeah.
You pushed twice.
Yeah, 2 contractions.
First time and then the second time was out.
Yep, so at 1:40, baby Sky enters the world. Happy birthday, Skylar. So yeah, so I pushed for 4 minutes.
The fun part after Sky came, like, oh, everything changed. That's why I noticed is like everybody in there had a part, like they had a role to
You're
play.
Going too fast.
Wait, we're done already now. What
No,
else?
let me explain the coming out part now.
Okay, explain that.
Yeah, baby Sky came. So I pushed. After 4 minutes, she came out. You know, I just saw them pulling out a baby, and I'm like, oh my gosh, she's here. And then she started. Did she cry? She cried immediately, right?
Yeah, she came
yeah,
out.
she started crying. And that was one thing I was.
Yes, Mama, you cried.
That's one thing I was nervous about, because a lot of people say you give birth to your baby and you don't hear the baby cry. That's not a good sign.
You have to tap the baby, turn them
Yeah,
up,
all
upside
those
down.
things. So I was happy when I heard her cry. My face was beat, and she came out. She's like, "Hey, mama." I was like, "Hey, baby," and she's like, "Hey, daddy," and then it's like, "Hey, baby." You know, we gave each other, what's the greeting? We greeted each other, you know, we say what's popping. They put her on my chest, they wiped her down a little bit, then they put her down on my chest, and I was just like, oh my god, my baby. And Rolla was just there like, baby. What were you even doing? I'm so mad they didn't let us record, because I feel like that first reaction is like everything, like our faces, and seeing her for the first time was gonna be everything, but
it is what it is.
Yeah, we didn't have that. But what were you feeling?
I don't know.
What were you doing in that? I
didn't know what you were doing.
I don't know. I know what I was doing. They put her on my chest.
They put her on your chest, and then they did that, and then later on they took her and then asked me to bring the camera.
Yeah, they said you can start recording now.
Recording, and then they took her from this table to this person is doing, and then they transport this other person to give her to this next person. This person does this. I'm like, okay.
And you're just following.
I just follow the camera, and like, okay, picture.
To weigh her,
yeah, take her.
Height.
The weight, height, and then what else? And then somebody.
Her head circumference.
The head circumference. The first person had to put something in her eye. She was telling me everything and why she's putting it to protect her eye. No, they have to do that. America have to tell everything they're doing.
Yeah.
This one is doing this. Okay, we're going to be taking her head now. Okay, we're doing this right now. Are we doing this? Okay.
Well, I really hope I can find the footage. I don't imagine. I don't know what
fast going. It was like going like whoop whoop whoop.
Yeah.
And then they took her, put her down. They wrapped her. She was crying.
Yeah. And then they brought her back.
And then they had this white chop that was coming off my body.
How do you call it?
Calabar chop.
It was not Calabar chop, move.
The other Calabar is meeting, right?
Which Calabar?
It was all stuck.
It was not Calabar. Wait. But Calabar is to keep the baby fresh. I didn't say her baby is fresh.
She was like, oh, attached to her. That's why she's not finished growing. Or that's why she not come on time, because she was strong. She was fighting.
Let me come on time. She came on time.
That induced her, right?
Move from here. And then while all of that was happening, the doctor was just busy down there. The next thing I wanted to see was thread. I saw thread coming like this. You know when you're sewing a dress, right? The thread's coming out. And I'm like, sis, what's going on?
And it's funny though, the doctor had nothing to do with the baby. Like, nothing at all. As the baby came out, she just handed the baby over.
Yeah.
She was done. Her part was like you and her, that's it. The other, and then the baby has her own doctor.
The pediatrician.
I think the way the pediatrician. For some reason I cannot pronounce that word.
Say it again.
Pediatricians. Pediatricians.
What?
Whatever. Pediatricians.
Now you're gonna make I'm gonna forget.
What was the word?
Pediatrician. Yeah, pediatrician. So yeah, it's pediatricians, but Americans of course they say pediatricians. She said I had a second degree tear. She sewed me up, and then they put the baby on me to latch. She started breastfeeding. Yeah, we did skin to skin. She latched. I breastfed her, and then I just laid there. I couldn't feel my legs still. I couldn't feel anything. And then after some time, we were ready to be moved to. Did anything happen in between that?
Nothing.
Just chilled with Sky.
Just excited that she's here.
Yeah, it was so unrealistic. Like,
and taking pictures.
Which pictures?
Some few pictures.
Really? Down there?
The first pictures that they just
helped. Oh yeah, yeah. After that, they just after some time they transferred me to the mother and baby, which was upstairs, which was where we were supposed to spend the rest of our days. So from Friday to Sunday we were there. And let me tell you guys, that food that they gave me at the beginning, that was trash. But after that, the hospital food was, ooh, it was good. And then they let me order as many things. I ordered like a burger and something, like I had 2 entrees. And then they have a dessert, and then they had appetizers and drinks. It was so good. The hospital food was good. At the beginning I was like, yeah, I've always heard that hospital food is terrible, and it's true. But after that I was like, yeah, I think that was just labor food that they were giving me. And then up there was just, we spent the rest of our days there. We got comfortable. Roland had a couch that opened up as a bed. And then the pillows and blankets that we brought to the hospital, they did not leave the car. Basically, we just take the pillows that they give you, you double it. You take the blanket they give you, you double it, and it was fine. If your room is too cold, you bring down the temperature. I don't know why I was believing all these videos. The hospital is too cold, the pillows are not comfortable, all this, all that. You can make it work for yourself.
wherever reviews of anything, you're trying to do something, or you go somewhere and then you read the reviews of the same place you're going to, it's like you've never, bro.
Yeah, so we just made it comfortable for us. We asked the doctor also about the visitors policy.
She said that was earlier, but she said for delivery it's just me, and then
just one person.
Just one person, but that's the doctors. But for the hospital, they let 2 people. So after that, once we've gone to the maternity room, that's it.
Mother and baby
room. Yeah, then we have 2, me and any other person.
Yeah, because now that's the hospital. And the hospital allows 2 people, and so my sister was able to come visit us. She brought food. My auntie brought achu, but she ended up just in the parking lot. She said the achu is supposed to help with breastfeeding. Anyway guys, we've come to the end of this video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope it's not too long. Like I dread the editing part, but yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Hopefully the next video is the nursery tour or postpartum or breastfeeding. You guys let me know what you want to see, and thanks to the boo for helping us out with this one.